Okay everyone, today we'll be learning how to do division using the standard algorithm. Okay, let's start off with the basic division problem like 8 divided by 2. First of all, let's learn what these numbers are. This 8 is a dividend. And the dividend. Wait. Sorry, it's a little messy. But the number that is being divided is the dividend. And here, the 2 is the divisor. The divisor is the number that we're going to divide by. And it doesn't have to be 8 divided by 2. If it was like 16 divided by 3, 16 would be the dividend and 3 would be the divisor. Okay, let's clear this. So, first we make like this tiny thing. And we put the divisor, the dividend, inside here. In this case, the dividend is the 8 and the 2 on the outside. Well, now we got ready. But first, to make it easier, let's do it in like the base 10 blocks. So first, let's make a key. This equals 100. This equals tens, and this equals ones. So this square, well, it's not a little cube, but this is supposed to be a square, equals 100. These like log kind of things, the ones that are like, I don't know how you put it, but like more thinner, like this, are that gonna be representing tens, and these square things, well, the black things are gonna be representing ones. Well, right now we don't need the hundreds and tens, right? Because we're only using 8, which is one of these. These divided by 8. No, I mean multiplied by 8. So we're not going to be using any of these or these. So just 8 of these black things. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's extremely messy, but I think you get the idea. Well, here, first, pretend the 2 are 2 baskets. These 2. So, how many groups of these? Well, let's put it like this. You want to do 8 equally by 2. So you can't have like 6 inside this box, but only like 2 in this box. That would be unfair for this box anyways, even though it looks a bit small in the drawing. But so none of that. We have to divide these equally into 2 baskets. You probably know, well, that's the first part. But you well, you know, 4 times 2 equals 8. So 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So you can put 4 of these in each. So each basket has 4. And that's where you put 4. That's the first part. And then you multiply. 4 times 2 equals 8. And you subtract. 8 minus 8 equals 0. And sometimes you have to do something called, well, first this is divide, multiply, subtract, and then bring them. Bring them we'll get on to later. that was the basic. Divide, multiply, subtract, and we'll get to the breakdown later. Let's pretend we're doing 56 divided by 7. Well, you know, okay, so we have 5 groups of these 6 and these. And 6 of these things. Okay, so now we have 6 of these. So, well, first you have to divide the bigger number, the 50, because, well, there's not you can see here that it comes first, and the 6 is second. So first, let's make the 7 baskets. You know 5 can't fit into 7, right? So, well, you can't really fit 5 things into 7 baskets unless you break them up. But we can't divide right now. So, what do I say? Well, we'll trade in. First, we try to divide the 0. So 0, okay. Multiply 7 times 0 equals 0. And 5 minus 0 equals 56. So there's still 56 left. Okay, let's erase all of these. So let's pretend there's a bank there, and okay guys, this was an extremely messy bank, but who cares? So we trade these 50 tens into, 5 tens into 50 ones. So now none of this left. So now let's forget this. So now we have 50 of the ones. So now we have 50 of these things. Well, if you add them together, it's 56. So now you're dividing 56 of these things into 7 baskets. Oh yeah. And so now we're putting it here. As you know, you probably know that you don't ignore these things. So 56 of these, okay? How many groups of 56 can you put into 7? Well, get the answer and start playing the video when you got the answer. 56 divided by 7. How many groups of 7s can you put into, how many groups of 7s? Wait, is it? Okay, it's kind of complicated, but here's this. We have 56 ones. We can pretend this is all 56 ones, okay? This isn't going to be 56, but just pretend. So, we put them into groups of 7. Okay, pretend this is a group of 7. And then you end up with all those groups of 7, and you finish with just pretend like this is all these 4 groups. There's 4 groups, so you put 4 into each of these. Except you don't, because there weren't any 4 of these. So find out. Just pause the video for now. And when you do find out, come back. Okay, now if you've got the answer, you'll probably know that you could make 8 groups. So you can put 8 into here, and 8 into here, and 8 into here, 8 into here, and so you divide it and you got the answer 8. You put 8 here, since there's a 0 here, since we couldn't divide. And next thing, multiply, and you're done. It's a 0. Ta-da! We're done. And this time we learned that the bringing down is basically going to the bank and trading like 50 of those 50 tens into like 50 ones. Basically like bringing dollars into like cents. You bring $1 to the bank, they give you 100 cents. Same thing. Okay, let's do a harder problem like 56 divided by 9. So 50 of these long things and 6 of these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you know 9 can go into 5, 50. Well, right now we're looking at 9 and 5. You can put 5 things into 9 baskets. So now we have to bring these down. Okay, let's cross these things out. Now they're not here, and instead we have 50 of these again. Okay, let's just make a bag like this. Okay, so there's 50 of these ones. Okay, 50 ones. Yeah. So now we have 56 ones basically. 56 ones. Okay, so now we have 54. Because, you know, 9 times 6 equals 54. And you have 2 remaining. Now let's subtract. Now let's put down. Now, the 2, well, some people might just do remainder 2. But actually, we can go further. So now let's just erase all of this. That makes no sense. So, basically you bring it down into tenths. That is 20 tenths, because as you know, this is the tens place, the ones place, and the tenths place. Tenths. Okay. Okay, let me clear things down for a moment. So, where were we? Yes, we had 56 divided by 9. We did 6, 54, and 2 tenths were left. 20 tenths were left. That's the decimal point there. 20 tenths were left. And if this number right here, the divisor, was a 5, we could just easily do 6 point. Okay, pretend this is a 4, not this 9. Just ignore this. Then we could just do 5.5 times 4 equals 2. So then you get the answer, 6.5. But in this case, it's not. So we'll have to erase this. I hate this. It doesn't work. Okay. But in this case, we have to do 2, right? Because that's the biggest you can do. It's 1.8. There's 20 left. But now you might notice a pattern. If you divide 20 by 0.20 by 9, then you'll get 1.8 again, which will mean you keep on getting 20 as your remainder. In that case, you have something called a repeating decimal. Well, maybe not call it a repeating decimal, but that's what I call it. In that case, it will go on for 6.22222. But we don't want that, do we? But 2 is a fraction. 2 is a fraction, right? Because if you multiply those by 10, then, 5. But 2 is a fraction. No, wait. I'm doing that. But 2 is a fraction, right? So we could also write it as, since it's not going to end forever, you could write the answer 6 1/5. Or another way would be 6.222. You go until the third number and you stop. The third number is the thousands, because it's the tens, hundreds, and thousands. But you stop at 1,000. They might not understand if it's 6.222, so you put this thing which is like shows that it's repeating. It's the repeating thingy. So if it was like 7.222, it would be that the 222 is gonna go on forever. Or 6.333, 7.888, anything. Well, I think you've got how you do it. I think you've got it. Thanks for watching. Bye.